time to run. Her legs momentarily froze as her heart tripped over itself. It felt like there was a marble in her throat. You can do this. You can do this. You can... Damn it, just go! She stayed in the shadows as much as possible as she made her way around the entire perimeter of the garden complex. Her nerves on edge. It felt like hours before she reached the east side of the fort, where the wall had long ago begun to crumble. Vanessa took a breath and peeked out the jagged opening. Okay, no guards nearby. Now or never.
The gnarled, burned flesh beneath his robe crawled, and he pushed aside the sickening image of his own butchered anatomy. It was the consequence of savagery. He had reforged himself in fire, in the most literal sense, and man had become monster. All because he had needed his vengeance. His vision clouded, despite the bright day. And now vengeance was serving a new master.
You will be afraid. If something happens and it is because you let him involve you, he is not an honest man, and I do not want you to learn another hard lesson, mein Kleinemite.
Dijkstra fell on the constable's arm. Godverdomme, ben jij gek? His eyes were wild as he pointed at Ethan. Why do you not arrest him? He took my property and he is a killer. He threatened to kill me when he first came. Craig de Teering. The man spat the words as he straightened. I have heard of you, Miranoika, and you do not frighten me like you do these other sheep in town. We often need reminders that those we cherish can disappear from our lives. For all our willful resilience, it takes but one rash folly to reveal life's frailty, and one friend's vulnerability to expose our own. Had I lost such a friend, a true brother, due to his own undoing, because I did nothing to divert him from his course? A harsh reminder indeed.
Well, I came back to prep the oliebol dough for tomorrow's breakfast. But then she smiled shyly when she saw Morgan lean back on the bench to look at her. Oh, what I found, Lieutenant?
Lieutenant, I know where he is going, and where he will most likely hide. I can fetch him. Your men will only frighten him more. Those may have been people from our own country, but they were here to attack all of us, not just the captain and his horde. Stop trusting these men. They don't care who gets hurt. Yes, Capitano. I will be doing another test run tonight. The old solar power packs were merda, no good. Shit, Cap, it's funny as all get out. She's dead to the world. I mean, look here. John pushed up the sleeves of his olive-drab t-shirt, revealing the tricolored tattoo of his home state wrapped in barbed wire, and carefully lifted one of Vanessa's wrists. Then he slid a glass of what had to be warm water across the table. No, no! Ethan held up a finger at John as he dangled her hand over the glass. Oi, how will you understand me without your hearing aid, you knob? Looking for a Barney, eh? Right then. Well, all right there, lassie. Have you by any chance seen a gallus wild-haired lad by the name of Thomas anywhere about? I've got need of him, but he's skitty as a fish when I tried to grab him. Anyways, probably it's just as well, I says. Got in too many scraps with the other guys. They'd always start teasing me about being a goofy noofy, like a bunch of chucklehead scuts. You's on niche ice when you makes them jokes round me, bye.
How is your ankle feeling?
We will camp here tonight. The others will follow soon.
Roslana put her hand on her hip. Do not ignore me. Your ankle. Hadian tossed his head so that the wind caught his gray hair and pushed it back from his lined, frowning face.
It is fine. You worry about me when it is the hounds who need your attention. What are you in pursuit of this afternoon, with such a serious look on your face?
Vanessa unfolded the list. A bag of lindsay, a jar of selderisalt, and 5 sticks of keneel. In other words, I have no idea. He chuckled, grinding his gum.
Lieutenant, might I have a word? Of course. Excuse me, but duty calls.
Before he stepped forward to follow Morgan, though, he set his broad palm on top of her head.
Rinakore, that is, good luck on your quest, Ododomi. Ursäkta, Captain Evans. Can we help buy more food for all the people here? The old kitchen lady needs help, and the pretty garden girl said we are like— He squinted hard at his feet, and then his round face brightened. Like big talking food vacuums. Excuse me, Captain. I bring the report from Sergeant Maxwell. The mines? Functional, but the biosensors are old and may not tell between human and animal. How many do we have left? 7, sir. That's it. What the hell did we do with all the others? Darshan lifted both coal-colored eyebrows. Blew things up, sir.
So tell me, what is your actual given name?
Are you sure you want to know?
Lay it on me. And then he said something that she could not have parroted back if her life depended on it.
It means innocent in my homeland.
And are you?
Rarely. Really now? Do you think all the Irish are craving potatoes every minute? Jesus, Vanessa, what do you take me for, a real paddy?
But you like potatoes.
Yeah, but that's not a feckin' point, is it?
He dropped his arms and threw a hand out toward Miguel as they meandered along the garden's perimeter.
You think it's normal for him to go around munching on burritos and tacos all day?
Miguel frowned at him.
Che boludo, what continent do you think I am from, Bobo? Everything is Mexican to you. Well, it's close enough, ain't it?
Miguel stroked his chin as if in thought.
Yes, just as you and Lieutenant Winchester both come from the UK, no?
Liam's eyebrows shot up, but then plunged into a glare.
You can fuck right off, Cardoza, you bullocks.
Miguel laughed and shook his finger at Liam.
One day I will teach you where Argentina is on a map, pelotudo. I have even taught many of these têtes de citrouille to cook, but she.
He snapped his fingers as his eyes searched the air above his head.
It is best said, toute nourriture qu'elle touche défiante est la merde des chiens. Lieutenant, sir, sorry to bother you on your evening off. Oh, good evening, Miss Brower.
Hi, it's Jakob, right?
Yes, Miss. Jakob Kiek. Private, I assume you're here on business. Yes, sorry, Poruchnik. I mean, Lieutenant.